Well, I'm now in Indiana. First time ever. Lots of farmland and just subtle rolling hills at this point, at least. Now, if I was to define this mode of recreation, I know some people like to categorize things. I guess I'd call it random travel. Because I have no destination, I have no reservation, I just have inspiration, or at least I'm hoping to have inspiration. I don't know where I'm going. I do know where I am because I have maps. And I do know there are state parks here at least, so if I can't find something, sure I can look it up in the map. A little tight to the tree. Should be good. I've never finished setting up camp until the chair comes out. Whoa, that wasn't me. Noisy chair. I mean, I can get noisy as well, but not guilty. I am in the Charles C. Deem Wilderness Area, and it's in the Hoosier National Forest of Indiana. So I'm a hoser in the Hoosier. It's a cleared area. This is actually a horse camp. A large field. It's sort of a ring all around. You can park wherever you want, wherever you feel comfortable. You just drive in there, put up your camper or your trailer or just your car and your tent. You're good to go. And yes, there are horses as well, and there are horse trails. It's perfect for me because it has an open area where I can use my solar panel. But you can find areas in behind the trees if you need a little bit of shelter. A little humid, a little rainy, but right now it's perfect. There are many trails in this area. It's just south of, is it Bloomington? And I'm gonna spend a couple of days, see what I can find. Well, it's supposed to be a real scorcher today. High humidity, high temperature, so I better start off early. First on the list is a lookout tower, not too far from here. The gravel roads are in pretty good shape as they wind through the tunnel of green. But in a few minutes, the sky opens up and reveals a parking space. Since 1936, the Hickory Ridge Lookout Tower has protected the area from wildfires. At 110 feet tall, it takes 113 steps to climb. Well, that's a pretty big tower, but I'm going to climb it anyway. almost there. Oh. 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 Breeze is so nice. Oh. Great exercise. And what a beautiful view. What goes up must come down. As I said before, what comes up must come down. But as a vlogger, there's a third step, as it must come up again to get camera. Well, the tower gave me a good view, but the area is all upper hills. Doesn't give me a good opportunity to kayak. However, there is a lake down here, the Monroe Reservoir. So I might as well check it out and just see if it's a good place to kayak. The middle of Lake Monroe was also the center of activity for motorboats and fishermen. I was looking for a spot a little bit more intimate. While searching around, I spotted a bump on the road. I think this turtle was also looking for a spot more intimate, so I gave him a helping hand. After finding a more secluded part of the lake with a boat ramp, I unloaded my kayak. Yeah, I'm really fighting the wind. I think it's a little too windy. I don't think I'm going to stay out here long. But if you are planning on kayaking in Indiana, please note that there is a permit required. It's only $5, but you put a sticker on the front of your kayak and I guess that does it. I don't mind paying $5 to kayak, although I also like it when it's free. On a hot day like this, it's nice to get out in a cool breeze. There is a blue heron over there, but I'm not expecting to get very close to him. They never let me. I don't know what the vultures are circling for. It's not a lot of meat on my bones. Whew. Well, now the wind's died down, I'm just baking out here. I have sunscreen on, but it only lasts for half an hour. I think it's time to go back. I returned to camp and called it a night. Oh, it's finally cooler here. That's wonderful. Because I really wanted to do a hike this morning, and this is the perfect weather for it. Well, there's a lot of trails in the area. It's really hard to figure out which one to take. I imagine there's going to be trees and plants, hopefully some wildlife, and there are probably ridge walks. I think I'm going to take a ridge walk. I decided to try the Sycamore Trail, which started near the lookout tower. A 5.8 mile loop, this was a good walk for me. And yes, one headlight is out, it was just a loose wire. Oops. Now, I know there's a lot of people that would be absolutely terrified to go out in the forest alone. And in reality, I consider this one of the safest places to be. I mean, when you consider what could happen to you in a city, I mean, yeah, there could be bears out here. However, the bears are usually far more afraid of you than at least I am of them. It's healthy. The air is beautiful. And you come back a better person. Great exercise. So don't be afraid of the forests. Embrace them. I'm always fascinated at the beauty of decay. As a tree rots, it hosts new life upon its surface, but also inside where the insects live and the woodpeckers pursue them. This is nature's artwork. If you look closely, you might see the likeness of a dog. Well, it was nice of an old tree to fall down just to give me a spot to sit and admire the view. I just feel so comfortable in the forest. Anytime I'm stressed out, I just need to refresh, I come here. And it doesn't matter where the forest is, how big it is. Really, it could just be a little garden. It'd still be the same. But this place is peaceful. Just the birds and me and the trees.
And the butterflies. And the turtles. And the flowers. And even a frog. Nature strives to live in balance, as when one life winds down, another flourishes.
Well, there are some parts of this trail that need a little grooming, but most of it is actually pretty good. Just needs a little spring trimming.
But my walk on Sycamore Trail would not be complete without its namesake. This old, weathered and bumpy trunk is the foundation of a sycamore tree.
Oh, that was a good hike. I think it was about 6 miles, 10 kilometers. Good exercise. And with that, plus the lookout tower, which I climbed twice, by the way, had to go get the camera, and the paddling I did, there's one thing I need desperately. I need a shower. Woo! That was great. Totally needed that shower. So now I'm clean, but I also need to be well fed. Time to cook up something easy, cheap, Slim's road food. Once a week I typically have pasta, and that's usually just boiled spaghetti and canned tomato sauce. That's why I don't show it, because it's pretty boring. And if I really want to get something exotic, I go for craft dinner. Everybody likes craft dinner, right? But tonight I'm even going to up it up a notch, because while I was in Ohio, I went to a Walmart and they had this. Annie's Vegan Mac Gluten-Free Red Lentil Spirals and Sweet Potato Pumpkin. Boy, that's a long title. I hope that means it's really, really good. I don't know.
But something definitely went wrong. I added water as instructed, cooked for 5 minutes, but it thickened so much I couldn't drain it.
Well, I'm a little bit surprised and certainly disappointed so far, because instead of getting mac and cheese, I've ended up with soup. Look at that. That looks like soup.
The cheese sauce I made separately with oat milk and their powder mix.
But I'll try the cheese sauce anyway. See if that redeems it. There you go. Okay, what have we got? I can taste the pumpkin. Tastes more pumpkin than anything else, but the lentils are completely dissolved. There are no spirals anymore. It tastes okay, but that to me is not macaroni and cheese. Okay, well, that meal was a little bit of a bust. I was expecting mac and cheese and I got mush. And it was supposed to be an easy cleanup meal, but my favorite pot was covered in goo and I had to use some of my precious drinking water to clean it out. So a little frustrating, and but I want to leave the evening on a good note. And I think the only thing that's going to make that better is a good dessert. And I have one right here. Good old Guinness. Never lets you down, right? You know what? I don't even think one beer is going to be enough. I think I need two. And this is Guinness Zero, non-alcoholic version of Guinness Draft. So what I want to try tonight is a little taste test. Live. I only get one chance. I only have one beer of each, so it better work. And I want it to be sort of like a blind taste test, not knowing which one is which. That way I can fairly tell you if Zero actually tastes like the original. So what I've done is I've got two glasses, and I've got one labeled original for this one and Zero for this one. I better not mix them up. So that is Zero, and yes, that is original. So here's the plan. I'm going to put them in the glasses first, and this is probably going to go, yep, here's one, two, and pour. Now I think you're supposed to give those little nitrogen balls take about 15 seconds. Ooh, smells nice. Okay, and pour at a 45-degree angle, of course. Now, there's nothing like a Guinness, on tap. I mean, in a can does not do it justice. However, that's what a real Guinness alcoholic stout looks like. Let's try. Of course, I'm left-handed. I got to do it this way. Let's see how its Zero rival does, or its little brother, or whatever it is. Its good twin. Maybe that's what I'll call it. Well, it seems to have pretty close to the same amount of head. Okay. But what I'm going to do, hopefully this will work, hopefully they both fit in there, is there's the two beer, and I'm going to start spinning and talking at the same time. Believe me, I can't chew gum and talk at the same time, so there's no way I know which is which here, but I'm just going to keep going. You can tell me when to stop. Okay, you ready? Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Okay, we don't know which one is which, correct? I don't. So let's try this one. It has some of the flavor, but it's missing something. It doesn't seem as creamy. Let's try this one. Oh yeah. Sorry. This is a Guinness Draft. But it's not bad. Side by side, I know this is the Zero. I mean, I know alcohol doesn't have a lot of flavor, but there's something about its essence and its texture. I guess when it has alcohol, it's just not the same. And I think you saw that, because I did. That is the Zero. So in the taste test, it is still refreshing. And not everybody can drink alcohol. Not everybody should. Alcohol is a toxin. Let's face it. If you can get something just as refreshing, if you just like the taste of beer, and if you like the taste of Guinness, I could live with that. However, this is the one I'm going to have tonight. Cheers. Makes me forget all about that pasta. Well, I think I'm ready to go. It's raining. I guess it's sad to see me go, but I had a great time. This is the Blackwell Horse Campground, and it's free. It's obviously made for people with horses, and so if there's a big horse trailer coming through, give them room. It's their spot. But they do let other people camp here as well. Just bear in mind that. There's plenty of toilets all around. I don't think there's water. I didn't see any. And of course there's no plug-ins or showers or anything, stuff like that. It's just a place to park your trailer or your car or tent. I mean, there are some tents here. But as far as the Charles C. Deem Wilderness, fantastic. There are so many trails around here. I only took like 2, and you could easily spend a week here if you want. I definitely would come back. So my rating, it's good. I really, really like this place. It's well kept, and it's so close to Indianapolis, although it's wilderness. It's just, I'm glad it's here. Thank you, Indiana. I had a great time. I'm getting wet. Time to go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my others as well.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you'd like a notice of my next adventure.